Hey guys, welcome back to the podcast. Today I am talking with somebody very important, Troy Robinson, my business partner, my best friend, one of my really, really long-term friends. And he's the guy that I'm doing the thing with. This is how we started, why we started, a conversation about business, a conversation about wins, ups and downs, hiring, challenges in the business. So many different things in this hour-packed episode. And here's my conversation with Troy Robinson. What's been going on, brother? How you doing? How's the year?
Everything's good. The year is good, as you know. Yeah. No, the year's good. Like, I think this is out of any year that has happened since we started the business. I don't know if we're gonna get into that yet, but it feels the most stable.
Yeah,
I feel like
this year's been super fun.
Yeah, very, very much more fun, and like the projects are a lot bigger and more legitimate.
Yeah,
I feel
we're doing the thing.
we're doing the thing. Is it?
Let's move that up a bit.
That's fine.
But so if you guys don't know, you should know. But if you don't, me and Troy started this, and
This.
is what we're talking about today.
Yes.
So we can go back into it. I know I wasn't the guy who actually officially started it.
Well, you were
but
part of the process, so
part of the
you have
process.
to be counted.
it technically came on in 2023.
It's fine. You were part of the initial talks and group chat. So
Yeah, I was.
Are
in
we
the
getting
GC.
into the whole thing?
We can dive into it as much as you want to dive into
Oh,
it.
it's not my. It's not my podcast. No, I'm joking. Yeah. So originally, I was working full time at Vibrant Performance / Vibrant Power, which was manufacturer of automotive material. So it was actually a pretty cool company. Just it was very corporate, very office, like 9 to 5, 7 days a week basically, because I was flying out and traveling on the weekends a lot to the States and stuff like that, filming race events, and I was doing social media coordinator stuff and marketing and all that. So that's kind of where I got my experience coming into making this company. So that actually did lay a lot of the groundwork for how I organize all my stuff here, and I feel like that really kickstarted everything.
Yeah, we definitely needed that time. And if you guys don't know the background, me and Troy both went to school together up in Sault Ste. Marie.
Yep.
We're working on projects together. Our professors kind of initially understood that, hey, these guys actually know what they're doing, and we can get them to do some projects outside of the class material, which was super exciting. We started to do a little bit of paid work in our first semester. Very low budget, like literally $100 for a video. But still, it
felt big at the time. But
yeah, still very for our professors to kind of take that initiative.
Shout out Candace and Neil.
Yeah,
and
Dave.
I almost blanked on his name for a second.
Dave.
Sorry, I never came to your class, Dave. I was ahead of my time. No, but either way, we had great college professors, and they did understand that, which I respect.
Yeah. So Troy finished. We both graduated the same year, and then I stayed afterwards to do a business course, and then that's when you started working right away.
Yeah. So I worked in I delivered car parts for a while, but I also did like wedding videography and work for a studio and stuff like that, which was an interesting experience. Only worked there for a couple of months because I don't know. Anyone who's worked in the wedding industry before for film just knows that it's very hectic and quite chaotic. But then I started applying just for a bunch of different jobs after working delivering car parts, and I found a good position at this company called Vibrant Power, and I never heard of it before. But I didn't know what the position was going to be. It just said like videographer, full-time social media coordinator. And then when I had the interview, I realized that it was also a division of Vibrant Power called Vibrant Performance, which I had their parts on my car at the time. And it kind of went from there. I got way more psyched after that because I was like, oh, this is like a really fun position, dream job kind of deal. And I worked there for a very long time, 4 years, full time. And then corporate dynamics kicked in after a couple of years, and I was like, no, I can't do this anymore. And then had to figure out how to start my own thing because I was not very happy at the time. It was bleak at the time for sure.
Yeah, and we both, I feel like now it's easy to look back and like identify that as entrepreneurial.
Yes.
And me and you always talked about like, hey, what is the next? Like we were still working on projects together.
Yep.
And we're just like, always
can't
just talk.
be it.
Yeah, always
Yeah,
just talking about there's got to be something else.
yeah,
There's got
because
to be a bigger.
we were definitely not working for much pay, like
Yeah.
off outside of our regular work.
Yeah.
And it was like, yeah, there's definitely more to what we could be doing, and how do we actually fit this into our lives in a full-time capacity?
Yeah, and you kind of just took the fucking leap. Like you just, I feel like you just texted in the group chat being like, "Hey, I registered it," or something along those
Yeah.
lines. And I was like, I think we saw each other shortly afterwards, and I was like, "Hey, like, give me the rest of the year, and I'll quit my job, and I fucking will figure it out."
Yeah, 100%.
So I like left for a trip. I was gone, and then came back in May, and we were able to do 6 figures in 9 months.
Yeah,
and I
and
was
like in less than a year, which was crazy.
that was the moment for me where I was like, okay, this is possible.
This is something. Yes. Yeah, granted.
Granted, though, we made a lot of those first year mistakes.
Yep.
I'll take a lot of accountability for that. And on the
Oh, me
project
too.
on the project management side, client relation side, that's something you kind of have to learn by trial by fire, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And now that's obviously why we spend so much time and care towards that. And that's why our business has just continued to grow and scale year over year, and slowly hiring, and me and Troy are just figuring out how to be smart and delegate and
And not make those mistakes again.
yeah.
Because I really regret a lot of those for sure that we could have done better. But
Yeah, if you're a
that's how you
client
learn.
or first year, I
Sorry.
apologize. Please reach out to us. We've reached out to you before, and we've said we're sorry. So if you want to talk to us, we're super down.
We got new systems.
Way better.
Yeah, much better flow. Like, no, it had to happen, unfortunately, just to get that learning experience. Like, it's not always going to be perfect, but now it's actually getting to the point where we know not to make very specific mistakes.
Yeah, there's a whole process. Like
Yeah.
we have an onboarding process. Everything's pretty methodical. Everything has a structure or timeline, because it's just like we were just operating basically as videographers before, because we were like, oh yeah, we can just do that. We can just do that. And then like we had like no editing kind of help back then, no systems to like figure project management. So it was just like just missing stuff that you do like if you're doing it yourself, and you approached me and you told me that you were doing some mentorship with this guy Connor Ricky, and
Yep.
found a lot of value from it. So when I came on in May, that was the first priority that I did. I went through all that material and I found it super valuable as well. And we agreed that we would do the second option of his program, which is like how to scale the business.
Yeah, which was super helpful. I met
Yeah.
a lot of cool people along the way too.
Yeah. Yeah. It was just, that is like a whole nother conversation in itself, is like the people that we met from that, like that is worth, in my opinion, the value alone, because
Yes.
all these other guys are doing similar numbers to what we're doing now then.
Yep.
So we had the opportunity to meet guys who are doing, 30, 40K months, and we're like,
How do we get there?
that's possible?
Who do we talk to get that, to make that happen?
We're like, what the fuck, people can do that?
Yeah, it's so nuts, man.
And
like,
then you, like, the more you learn about business is like, it's, there's a lot of people doing similar, more, less. It's all over the map. And it's been really fun to chase not only, like, not revenue goals just for the sake of making more money personally, but all of our finances we've put back into the team, into office spaces, into equipment like this, and just putting it back into what's actually going to grow our business. And it's never ever come from a place of pure greed.
No.
We're just like stubbornly didn't want to work for anybody else.
Yeah, no, honestly, my biggest goal when we started this was just to replace my salary, which I haven't done yet, honestly, but it's like not that big a deal because I don't have a ton of like personal expenses, which is I'm very thankful for.
Yeah.
But that, even just getting like, I'm on salary, which is great. That's all it's
Yeah.
nuts that we can just do that now.
I know,
like
and
that we
it's
have
like
that power. And
The thing that's interesting is like, yeah, we both haven't got to where we were maybe pre-deadline as far as financial, but like we have no opportunity to endlessly scale.
yeah,
Like,
exactly.
you work a job, you hit a pay cap,
Yep. Yeah, I wouldn't have gone much further than I was making there. For
right?
sure.
Which is like kind of fucking daunting.
It is daunting, yeah.
And it's like, I've just been like, well, what would happen if we did this or that? And that's what's kind of continued to drive the growth in the business. And for me, that's where I know, like, number one is there's nothing else I'd rather be doing with my time. Number two, it's super fulfilling because it's fun in the way that like the potential is endless.
It is. Yeah, we can really do whatever we want, which at the end of the day is what more do you need than the freedom to turn this into anything?
Yeah,
Like,
and it's like, maybe 20 years down the line, we end up exiting, and
Yeah.
then there's something to be said about that value that you get from
100%.
exiting a business.
yeah, definitely.
That's
Yes.
definitely something.
Yeah, that's a different conversation.
I just think it's like super fucking insane that we didn't do this earlier. Number one, number two, I think timing was good. Like we
Yep.
needed that time for sure.
We needed experience before we started, because
Yeah.
if we started when we were 18 or
Yeah.
20 when we were getting out of college,
We probably would have made the same progress. To be
yeah,
honest.
yeah,
Like,
we probably would be in the same exact, but like would have taken way more time.
yeah, it would have taken us like 6 years rather than
And
3.
Everyone around us would have thought we were just complete degenerates, not
Yeah,
knowing what to do.
yeah. Like
So
we've technically, like, us together been operating since 2023, which is
Yep.
literally 2 calendar years and then 1 quarter year, which
Yeah.
is like, that's where I think it's just super fun, because it's like everyone's like, oh, that 5-year hump. Like we're not even there yet,
no,
and we've been able to like sustainably see like increases, and it's just being smarter about it, and that's what's like, we'll give credit to Connor Ricky and the team there. Just really, like, he helps break down like what is the core whys, and like what's your kind of your mission critical
Mhm.
items and all that sort of thing, because like there's activities that are growing your business and there's activities that are sustaining your business, and you need to figure out which is important where. And I think we've done a really great job at like staying present in those things rather than getting just like super stuck in the fucking holy shit, I'm so busy, and then you just emphasize your own problem. It's just like an endless cycle of like,
yeah, you
oh, I'm
just get
busy, but then
stuck.
I don't have time to grow the business, but then I'm so busy. It's like, okay, why? What are you doing
Yeah.
this for?
Yeah, but that's why I'm thankful that we have each other,
Yeah.
because I was actually, Abby, she was like, oh, like, she's just asking how we started, and I was like, yeah, I literally could not have started without Matt. Like, I would not have been possible, because of like, I'm very focused on technical side and like making sure the product is good, but when I'm doing that, there would be nobody actually dealing with the clients and
Yeah.
making sure projects are coming in.
Yeah.
So it's that balance that we have that is super important
Yeah.
in a partnership.
Yeah, brother. My man.
Yeah, so
It's been sweet. I think I had this conversation actually with somebody, I forget who. I think it was somebody in CU.
I mean, it's so low.
And they were asking me
Just
oh,
for
it's, like,
editing
right
later.
in my eyeballs.
Yeah, but you have your volume cranked. Not even cranked. What the hell? Anyway. All right.
Somebody was asking me like, how did you find your business partner? And do you think it's important to have a business partner? And I was like, wow, what a question. Because like we were fucking best friends first, living together, you know what I mean? And then it was like kind of just a whatever decision. It wasn't really, we were just like, do you want to keep shooting? Do you want to just do it? And
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, let's just do this.
Yeah. It doesn't.
like-
It's not that deep. You know.
Yeah,
It's like it's.
For real, right?
You know, if you share the same vision, it's pretty easy to make it work, in my opinion.
Yeah. And I remember saying to this person that it's super important that you know this person, and not only you know them, but you really trust them in a way that like you don't trust. Maybe you trust your like
Your mom.
yeah, your mother,
Your mother.
your
The way I
literal-
trust your mom.
like your literal parent,
Yes,
or
yeah.
your husband or wife, because
Yeah.
it's like this person can either help you bring stuff up, or they're just gonna limit you in every capacity of the way, because it's like you need to assess how you guys handle risk management together, how you handle finances, you know, shit that's going on in the business.
Yep.
Like, you know, we've gone through so many ups and downs just in the last couple of years, but it's like we're always just, I think we're really good at coming back to being like, okay, what do we need to do to solve this?
Yeah.
What are we trying to accomplish? What is the actual goal? What's the ideal outcome? What's the maybe not so ideal outcome?
Yeah.
And then how do we find something in the middle? That
Yeah, and
works?
also just like reassuring each other that it's fine. It's not that big a deal. Because if you're on your own, you're spiraling. But if you
Yeah.
talk to each other, it's like, all right, it's not that bad. You know, like you
I
can
know.
figure
There's
it
definitely
out.
been days where we have that for each other. Like,
Yeah.
I'll come in fucking overwhelmed, just fucking. You're just like, hey, let me help you.
Literally the other day,
Yeah,
it
like-
was fine.
And it's just like that's what that is, man. And it's just I'm super thankful to have met you, bro.
Yeah, likewise, man.
And like that we're here.
Yes,
We're like
we're doing it.
we made an episode with my friend Ben. Me and Ben were kind of doing a similar podcast to this style, more art focused. But we had a conversation that was in 2022, I believe.
Must have been.
Yes.
It was early.
It was like right before I left.
Yeah.
It was like December. I remember it.
Cursed. All right.
And me thinking about that conversation then and then where we are now, knowing like, holy fuck, we just like, if I gave myself a little snapshot of like, hey, this is your life right now, I wouldn't believe it at all. Like
I know.
last night I spent like a couple hours reading through some old journal entries and stuff. And I remember there was one about deadline.
Yeah.
And it was like, just fucking do it, pursue deadline. It was like something so simple like that.
Yeah, but like very powerful words.
And I was like reading that, I was like, oh my fucking God, that was insane.
Yeah.
Like, it's just those moments, man. It's just like, I was saying this to a coworker yesterday. It's like, there's nothing in my life that I am not doing. Like before, when I was bartending and serving full time, like it was really easy to romanticize the idea of like going full time with video or photo.
Yeah.
Cause like you can just dream about it all. You can like, that will be your motivation.
Yeah.
All the time. That was my motivation forever. It's just like, all right, I'm going to work hard today because tomorrow I'm going to quit. Tomorrow I'm going to quit.
Yeah.
But then once you actually do it, you quit, you leave the job, and then you're on your own by yourself, unemployed,
You're
zero
cooked.
income,
Yeah.
zero
Yeah.
income coming in, and you're like, oh, there's nothing to romanticize. I just need to actually do action. I
Yeah.
need to actually take action, and I'm just really grateful that like I'm in every aspect of my life, I'm taking action in every way that I wanted to.
Good.
And then my friend asked me like, I think maybe Maddie asked me this. She's like, how would
It's a good friend. Good friend.
Maddie asked me this. Another, like, this was a separate conversation. We were talking about music.
Sure.
And she's like, what would little grade 10, or sorry, a little 11-year-old Matt think of Matt right now? And I was like, whoa. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, that's crazy.
It's a different world.
Yeah. And it's just like, I'm like really happy that I just like actually followed through with what I wanted to do. You know, like didn't get some fucking job to just pay the bills.
Yeah, dude, at that time I
crush
don't
my
even
life.
think I understood that I was going to get into anything video related.
Yeah.
At 10 years old or 11 years old. I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't really either. I just thought photography. I was like, I
Cool.
just wanted to like,
Yeah, I didn't even find it back then.
yeah.
I didn't know about it.
I was like fucking, I don't know if I was, well, no, not that early for me. Like, I think it was like 14 or 15 when I was
Yeah,
like,
same.
officially obsessed.
Yeah.
But like prior to that, I was like making little stop motion movies.
Yeah.
I wish I could like, man, I fucking wish we had the same. Well, actually we did. I was just recording it on an old camera with
Yeah,
like tapes. But I wish I took all those tapes, or somebody did for me, because I was
And
literally
recorded them digital.
12.
Yeah.
Yeah, I recorded them
Yeah.
digitally and look back. It'd be so funny to look back on too.
Yeah, it's funny because like back then I was always like, oh, how do I get this whatever onto a CD or something I can watch later digitally?
Yeah.
And it was just such a complicated process because we didn't have the technology to do so at the time, or like I couldn't afford it because I was 12 years old. Like I didn't, I was like, I used to record gaming stuff, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh shit, how do I get the Hapaj DVR? It's like $200.
Dude, I remember
I'm not gonna get that.
I remember that same
Yeah.
feeling. I'm like, $200.
Yeah, I was like, where am I gonna get this money?
Yeah.
And then I ended up just plugging like RCA cables into a digital camera or a tape cam.
Yeah.
It was so weird.
It's so funny, man.
Yeah.
It's so simple to like, and that's what I think we also do a good job doing, is like staying, because like what we're doing at a core is making videos and doing marketing, right?
Yeah.
Like if we were growing, a fucking first responder business where like there's legitimate
People dying.
people dying,
Yeah.
right? Like
Yeah.
that would be
Way more
super
stressful.
tough.
Yeah.
And like I think we do a really great job of being like, all right, what the fuck?
Separating the line,
Yeah, and just being like, hey, this is what we're currently doing, but it's not like, it doesn't have to be every single part of your identity, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, I think the biggest change was like over the years just being able to actually show the value to the client and then having them understand it. Because back then we'd just be like, yeah, you need a video?
Yeah.
All right, like
Yeah.
$4,000 a month for 10.
Yeah.
But like no plan whatsoever.
There was no thought. And now
Yeah.
it's like, that's like, this morning I was literally getting my tooth was chipped, and I was literally talking.
You're getting it chipped, or you chipped it and getting it repaired?
I was chipping it.
Yeah.
No, I chipped my tooth, and I went to the dentist this morning, and I was talking to the dentist, and the first thing he comes up to me and starts talking to me about is like, my teeth are unaligned. I was like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? Like, just fix my fucking chip, bro. And then I started to listen. I was like, okay, you're actually right. And then he showed me the mirror, and my tooth fully sat in this little nook because this tooth sticks out.
Yeah.
And he talked to me about this. All of these things are going to create the same problem if you don't address the actual issue.
Mm-hmm.
And we were sitting, and he did the thing, and then he's like, you know what do you do, Matt? And I was like, well, I run a video production company and we do marketing. And he's like, and I told him, I was like, he's like, video. I was like, yeah, but it's all thoughtful. It was coming back to the same kind of idea that he was taking towards dentistry, which is very much like, well, it's this or it's that, right? And he was trying to take a more thoughtful approach, which I thought was really refreshing. And I thought, I explained to kind of him that we really try hard to do the same thing in our business, because sure, we can just create a bunch of really great looking stuff for you, but what if you're a business owner who doesn't even know how to open their phone?
Exactly.
Or post on Instagram, which is a very real thing.
It's super real, like, actually.
Which is like, so that is where like strategy always comes first, then the content comes second, then distribution comes third.
I feel like what people actually want to pay you for is like making videos that actually do something, and then figuring out how to use them later. Yeah, exactly. And that's like, a lot of people talk about, there's a lot of competition in the industry, and it's oversaturated, and there's competition everywhere though, in
any
industry.
Gonna make money, like that was, I remember,
brutal.
Fucking literally for my entire life I've been told that, and I'm like, so relentlessly just like stubborn and just like, fuck you, I'm gonna show you.
Just wait, bro.
Just wait. Literally.
Yeah.
And I think like that, because the guys that we met in scaling, they're all doing that. They're all working with not-for-profits, for example, who like, those are really mission critical videos, and like working with like marketing companies, just doing videos on a legitimate bigger scale, because there's data and available. Like this is a part of the tool. Like the video is the tool. It's like you can't build a house with just a hammer. You need so many different elements.
That's a classic.
Yeah.
It's a classic way to sell.
Classic way to sell, brother. And I just think that has been the thing that has changed our business, has changed, how we're, respected in the industry. And, I'm just really happy that like we're kind of just continuing to push that way. Yeah,
me too. Okay. So I have a question for you. When we first started, or like even before we started, what did you think your role was going to be? And are you happy with what it's transformed into?
Yeah, I literally thought I thought I was going to do photos and you were going to shoot. And then like we were both going to edit.
Yeah, we did not think about where the clients were actually coming from or how to get them. So
that's literally what I thought.
Yeah.
And yeah, I am really like, I was saying this the other day, is like the fulfillment I feel now is so incredibly high, because like we're basically like picking what projects are coming in.
Yes, which is amazing.
I'm being thoughtful about how we're executing it, and then you and the team, you and Liam, are doing an incredible job executing.
Thank you.
And then our editing team is doing an incredible job editing.
Yeah, they're killing it.
Like if I can duplicate me, that's the other missing step.
Yeah, that's the one.
So, and yeah, I'm super happy with what I'm doing, because it's just like, I think really fits all the skills that I have. Like, in any creative field, you quickly understand, this person's a little bit better than you, this person's a little bit better. And like for me to, I always tell you this, is like for me to spend the next 3 years trying to get to the level Troy's at video wise, I could probably do, but it's going to take me 3 fucking years, 4 years. And then you're going to be here. Where I'm just I'll just hire we'll just work with the best dude.
And it's the same with sales right now. It's like, I could step into sales, but it's just like not as powerful, and it would just not be efficient, first of all. Yeah.
And I think we both really believe in putting the person that is really good, putting them in the role. Like, I've asked every person we've interviewed this, is like, what do you think your strongest, like, what do you think is the one thing that you want to be doing? Like, what's your strongest skill? One. And like, Like, what's all the other shit that you really don't like?
Yeah.
And then I determine what they're going to do after that.
Which is what we did for each other 3 years ago.
Yeah, exactly. Like, this was a huge moment in our business that we talk about this all the time. Is like, we didn't know what the fuck that was, but that was the most powerful thing we've done. Because I've actually had this conversation with with consultants. Is you've asked me, what is the difference between your role and Troy's role?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, this is mine, this is his, and they're like, whoa,
it's very clear
it's
cut,
very defined.
Yeah,
which is like super important because you can't both be doing the same shit and overlapping.
No,
and like,
it doesn't work.
You know, I see a lot of marketing companies do this, or video production guys do this, where they have, okay, these 3 clients are my clients, these 3 clients are my clients, like 2 business owners running the same business, but they're treating their business as separate.
Yeah, separate clients.
Like, these are my clients, I serve them.
Yeah.
Oh, those are your clients, you serve
That's
them.
such a weird
Which is like,
way to do things.
That's a recipe for disaster.
Yeah.
Because it's like, then you just focus on those 3. You don't give a fuck about the other 3.
No.
But the other 3 are
and
so
there's no
important.
there's no consistency, right? It's
Yeah,
like one person doing something and then the other person does something. Like, that's what I feel like we've done really well with our editing team. They've all kind of gained the style of our company.
Yeah.
It took time, like
Yeah.
like don't get me wrong, but we had a lot of stuff up front where they were able to practice it.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
it's just good to know that everybody's consistent now.
Yeah. Tell me, talk to me about hiring. Because I
Hiring?
know that's a conversation I have with a lot of people fairly often, I would say, is them being so deeply terrified about hiring.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, for me, like, okay, back in the day, maybe when I was like 18 or 20, I would have been like, no, I'm not hiring someone. I can do this. Like, they're not going to do anything the same way I do it.
Yeah.
And it took me like years to realize that that's absolutely not the way to do it, because you'll burn the fuck out. But also, it's just like trust at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Like, the more people you hire, you have to trust them on a certain level to where they're gonna like want to work for you and want to make a product that's as good as yours,
Yeah.
if not better.
Yeah.
You should be open to the idea of people being better than you when you're
Yes.
hiring, because
Yeah.
you learn from them, first of all,
Yeah.
and it's also way easier to teach them if they already know better than you.
Yeah.
Which
That's
has
a really
been
great way to look at it.
insane. Like, so smooth with like our entire, like, everybody on our team. Liam, Nico,
Yeah.
Kemuel, they're so easy to teach,
I know.
and they've
Yeah.
been so easy to adapt to our clients,
Yeah.
like branding,
Yeah,
or
exactly.
even our branding and stuff. And
Yeah.
hiring is the single best thing to do in business.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like
that's what a business is.
Yeah, it's funny, but it's like I know, and I try to do a good job at like reminding the guys they're crushing it, because like I was, you know, I talked to Liam last week and I was just like, dude, without you, like, we wouldn't be able to do what we're doing.
Exactly.
Without Nico, we wouldn't be able to. If you're listening, guys, thank you so much.
Yes, thank you very much.
Thank you
You're
for
making our
continuing to-
lives awesome,
Continue to show up, man, and,
Yeah.
and like give a fuck. That's what it all matters.
and it's only bigger from here. you know?
Exactly.
The more
Yeah.
the more we keep pushing and the more work that comes in and things get done, like,
Yeah.
that means more for everybody.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There's endless opportunity here, and like it's just somebody seeing the vision. And I remember Connor talked a lot about like, don't hire for the the actual best skill or whatever. Like, hire for somebody who understands
The
what
vision.
you're doing.
Yeah.
You know, and like I've seen exponential growth in Nico, his editing skills, and same with Kem, and same with Liam. Like,
Yep.
and yeah, that's like with what we're doing, we can endlessly push it, and you have to be like wanting to do that and be open to doing that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's also feeling like you can do that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Giving them creative freedom, obviously within reason, but
yeah.
go as far as you want, boys.
Yeah,
do
let's
what
go,
do what
baby.
you want to do.
Let's go. And eventually we'll have a bigger office. We can get everybody here
Yeah,
if you
that'd be
want to be
sweet.
here in person. And yeah,
We're
just
in
be fucking
2025, so it's not like necessary, but it's always
Yeah.
cool to collab.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we've definitely been having those conversations behind the scenes too. Is like, how do we get some more interactions in? And
Yes.
yeah, because
Yeah,
it's just
I'm trying to come in more. Like, I want to be here every day this week if possible.
yeah, nice. And like, yeah, like we definitely have the space for, you know, a couple more people. And yeah, man, I just think like, you know, video production, like, yeah, it's just super important. Like, if you're a client listening, if you're somebody listening and you've never done video before, I'd like highly encourage you to make sure your team that you're doing it with is thoughtful about it,
Yeah.
because like sure anybody can just show up, shoot shit, make a
Cool video.
fucking like trendy edit, put it out, but it's like, okay, somebody does this. Okay.
yeah.
Taps like, and that's it.
That's all it is.
You know
but
what I mean? Like,
yeah,
where it's like we can figure like, you know, we're coming a lot more back into the marketing side too, because it's like that's stuff we can actually physically tie in. You know, we have an amazing CRM.
Yes.
Like a lot of businesses aren't even utilizing a CRM, and it's just like,
Yep.
we can just offer them tools that they fucking like. We're like, why the hell did I have this?
Yeah.
You
You
know?
can have a video team that just does and
Mhm.
does what you need them to do, or you can have a video team that you can, not just a video team, but a team that you work with that just has solutions to your problems.
Yeah, and like actual ideas.
Yes. Yeah.
About how to do it,
Real
because
people.
they've been doing it.
Yeah.
with
for
other
a very,
people.
very long time.
Yeah,
And, like
exactly.
we learn on every client. Like
Yeah.
something new comes up or somebody needs something different. Like you
Yeah.
just had a guy ask you for filming, but to use for AI videos, which is interesting. I want to learn more about that.
Yeah, exactly.
But also like we're able to adapt as fast as possible. And like if anyone needs anything in any space,
Yeah.
we can make it happen.
Yeah, let's just have that conversation. And
Yeah.
like, that's what's cool is like, you know, I've seen business owners as well, like get pretty stuck into, you know, they're in the cycle of the working, the day to day, they're being busy, like I said. And then they're just like, you know, they're maybe making good money, but they're plateauing,
Mm-hmm.
you know? And it's like, there's a guest coming on later that I think has done a really great job doing this, staying constantly hungry and ahead, and wanting to reinvent his business. And it's been pretty cool to actually like see it,
Mm-hmm.
not only on socials, but to actually talk to him about it and what has been the journey. But that will be in an episode to come.
Hell yeah.
So I think that's another huge aspect. If you're a business owner right now listening, I would ask yourself, when is the last time you've done a little bit of an audit of your business and said to yourself, do I actually like what I'm doing? Do I actually like what's going on in the business?
Facts.
Like, sure, maybe I'm making good money, but like, do I actually...
Is it worth it for your mental health?
Yeah. Am I working too many hours? Am I not spending enough time at home with my family potentially? Like,
Yeah. Everything's solvable. Like,
Yeah.
especially with hiring, like we were talking about.
Yeah, because
Like-
those should be your kind of like, you should be using your business as a reflection of your life.
Mm-hmm.
You know, of like, hey, is my business allowing me to show up in the other parts of my life that I want to, in the way that I want to?
Yeah.
Right. Like, me and Troy don't have children yet, but you know, eventually, if we want to, does it make sense for us to work the same hours we're working now, to have the same lifestyle, sorry, and you know, how do we adapt the business and grow the business to actually do that and
Absolutely.
like provide for that? And my biggest goal is like continue to bring in projects for us, so then we can pay ourselves sustainably.
Yep.
As people.
Yes.
as
Yes.
individuals.
People need money. Yes.
As individuals.
Yeah.
But that is like a hard conversation a lot of people don't want to have. It's like fucking, like, you know, we got into it because we wanted to just continue to make videos, and that North Star has stayed there, which is why, you know, I'm excited for the continued years to come, because, you know, if we put a goal on paper of like what we want to pay ourselves, that's 100% doable. You just have to work backwards from that number.
Yep.
And I think, like, you know, credit to your dad taught me that a little bit too. And with the scaling piece with Connor too, is like, you know, he talked a lot about like getting clients, like the idea of actually getting a client, and like how if you want 10 clients, how many are actually going to convert?
Mm-hmm.
How many messages do you have to send a month?
Yes. How much work is it going to take to get those 10 clients?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And yeah, that's been an interesting concept that I like learned in our first year, that you just don't think about the same way when you're doing it as a solo operator. You're just like, oh fuck, I did this project, this is sick.
Yeah.
Hopefully they want something else maybe one day.
Yeah. The
Like,
lifetime value of a customer is very different between video businesses.
yeah,
I'll say that.
100%. Yeah. And like that should be, it's amazing that you brought that up, because that is like one of the metrics that business owners should be measuring
Yep.
is
LTV, baby.
LTV and like retention as well.
Yes.
Retention.
Yeah.
So how often are you getting clients? How often are you losing clients?
And what's your average project cost?
Yes.
Yeah. Value, sorry.
Yeah. And then timeline too. Like,
Yeah.
what's your average turnover on a project? How long are you actually keeping a customer for? You know, if you look at like Tim Hortons, for example, literally it says on the fucking drive out, it says see you tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah,
Like,
they know. They
That
know.
is thoughtful.
It is
That
very thoughtful.
That is like, that is on purpose.
Yeah, it's not just there. It's in
Yeah.
every Tim Hortons drive-through for a reason.
Yeah. And you're like, huh.
It's about building trust
Well, it's like just building that
Relationship.
cycle, you know, like
and just putting it in their mind that you're coming back tomorrow. Like,
you don't need
don't
to
lie
you
to
don't
me.
need to, you can spend $3 on a coffee every day for the
Yeah,
rest of your
coffee
life. It's fine.
machine's expensive, man. You just come here. Well, $3.
Yeah.
Double.
But what else has been really exciting over the last year for you? And you know, I'm open to talking about the challenges if you want to talk about the
Sure,
challenges.
we can
don't
talk
have
about
to.
anything. This is our space.
True.
This is our brain on paper
Yeah.
on Spotify.
This is your brain on drugs. Sizzle.
This is how it
Feel
feels to
that.
chew 5 gum. Best things that happened recently this year? Well, I'm very happy that we've refined our creative process with
Yeah.
clients. I think it's gone super smoothly, and like we've kind of figured out pre-production and merging that into production. I think that was the single most important thing that's helped me and Liam shoot is just really having the vision on paper and like the logistics side, like who's going to be on camera and all that kind of
Yeah.
stuff, instead of just showing up and being like, all right, who's going to interview? No, it's better to
You're
have
gonna sit right.
yeah, and then like having even for our next shoot coming up, like we have who we're having on camera, but specific questions for each person really helps us. Just like, we set up and we know everything's going to be just running, right? Like it takes that pressure off our plate.
Yep.
And then in terms of like business side, it's a good question. I'm trying to think because I don't know, just the fact that we've already got 2 offices this year.
Yeah.
It's kind of sick. Like
Yeah, we have to do an updated office tour.
we do, because this is our new office, second office this year.
Yeah.
In ever, like we've always shared the idea of having an office, but it's never been like logistically feasible. But we found this beautiful space.
Yeah. Yeah. For
And
an
Marcel.
incredible deal. Thank you, Marcel.
Yeah, shout out, bro.
And it's also brought us a significant amount of revenue into
Yeah.
the business, just physically being somewhere.
Yep.
Which
Yep.
like I
a lot of
didn't,
credibility for that.
I didn't even fucking consider. Like I just was like, let's get an office so I don't have to work at home.
Yeah, no, fair.
Because I was like, I don't have the space.
Yes. No, it's been cool, like just having a physical location to actually tell people, and people always think that's a cool little aspect to your business. It's like,
Yeah.
you guys have an office? It's like,
Yeah.
yeah,
It's definitely legitimized like the calls for
Yes.
sure. Like when I'm on a call with a potential prospect.
it looks better.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
also like I'm not just in my bedroom,
Yeah,
or I'm
yeah.
not just in my house,
For
which
sure.
is fine. Like this, the age we're in right now, but
But it just like it elevates you a little more. People take you a little bit more seriously if you're
yeah,
in
and
an
you miss
environment.
you miss so much of that. Like, hey, I had an idea for something. Is this gonna work?
Yeah, collaborative.
Like people come to me all the time throughout the day. I'm in the office and they're like, hey Matt, I have an idea for this. Is this gonna work? And I'm like, yeah, we could do that. And I'm like, oh sweet.
Yeah.
Like the amount of conversations I've had like that in the last month have been like so hilarious. But yeah, if you don't have an office space,
Consider it,
and
honestly.
you can afford one.
Yes. Work it into your budget. See what it would cost. If you don't have a projected statement of income that shows you your expenses, profit, and loss,
Yeah.
make one and
Yes.
see how
for
much
the
it
year,
would cost.
for the year.
Yeah.
Don't just use, we use QuickBooks, but like don't just use one tool.
Yeah.
Look at multiple tools. Like we have a spreadsheet where I just plug in numbers and we can see like, oh, if we do X amount of projects at X amount of dollars, this is going to bring us this
This amount of
and
profit,
and and
revenue,
Yeah.
all that. So
And then
that's
we
that's
can-
how we know we can afford this for the year or
Yeah.
not.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
But work it in there.
Yeah, for sure.
Anything else?
Um,
What about you? What are your highlights of the year so far? We're only in Q4. Q3? Q4.
Q4, yeah. We're it is September 29th.
Q4 is our busiest time of year, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been interesting. Yeah, it's been good. I think coming back to what you're saying about like the pre-production, I think I had 100% agree.
Mm-hmm.
It was hard because like two creative minds see a project different, you know,
Yeah.
and it's like, how do I interpret what this person is telling me they want to accomplish? How do I actually get that from their brain to my brain that makes sense? Then I can put it on paper, or I tell Troy, we figure it out together. Shout out to Jillian McKeever. That shoot I felt really flowy on. And I remember being like, holy fucking shit, this is the moment.
Yep.
Because it was just like, everything was just so smooth. She really trusted the process, really allowed us to do it the way that we wanted to do, because I knew the goal she was trying to accomplish. And I believe we accomplished that goal. And that was the aha moment for me this year, where we're like, holy shit, this is what it should feel like.
Yep.
Because I agree, it felt a little clunky before, and it felt frustrating sometimes. And it's like, why? My brain is always like, why? So then now it's like figuring out like
The why guy.
The why guy. What do you mean? It's so it's figuring out like, how do we actually what do we need to do tangibly to like get there every time? And I think like we have a pretty exciting shoot next Friday.
Yeah.
Sorry, this Friday.
This Friday. Coming up. It's coming up now.
This Friday.
Yes.
And that's what I'm excited for, because I think it's gonna look pretty good.
It's gonna look great.
And then lots of planning, lots of all the behind the scenes that actually allows the project to go smoothly. And
just having Liam helps a lot. Like,
shout out to Liam.
Yeah. It's always been you and me, and like it's been great. But having that extra hand who like we trust and who knows what he's doing is just another key to everything.
Yeah, exactly.
Working correctly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and it's like a guy we can just like send out on stuff too, like when, you know, like, and also he's like pretty young in the grand scheme of things. Like honestly, everybody on our team is, and I just think by the time they're, you know, by the time we're 35 and they're 30, like their growth that they're gonna have from now till then is like it's gonna be insane.
Yep. Yeah, so. And I'm glad they get to like see the inside of things as it's starting, because I feel like hopefully these guys will stay with us for a long time.
Yeah, that's my goal.
No pressure, but like
please.
Lots coming, and like we are innovating rapidly.
Yeah, buddy.
And there's lots to be seen and lots to be done, and I just feel like in the next 2 years, when we hit that 5-year mark, buddy.
Yeah, we'll be in a really different spot for sure.
Because every year it's felt exponentially different.
Yeah.
Like you were working out of my house 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Was that a year? 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. Last year was kind of remote. You were in your own place. I was in home, but the year before that, you were in the living room and I was in my office.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
That was crazy. I was just
actually.
watching videos like on our YouTube channel. And I was like, oh, we did that. Like that was weird.
Yeah, also incredible shout out to your parents, man.
Honestly, no respect to them for letting that happen.
And you as well.
Yeah.
I know it's something to live with somebody, also work with them every day.
It's okay. It was just, sacrifices, right? But it wasn't that bad. Like, obviously we're good friends, so it was a good time still. But yeah, it was obviously a change. It was a change in.
Yeah, you guys can go back on Matt and Troy and watch those videos. They're pretty funny.
Yeah, they're crazy.
But yeah, that was fucking kind of insane. I remember one of our clients said to us, every time I see you, Matt, on camera, you're in a different background. And I was like, yeah, I'm just a little bit of a nomad right now.
and you're in between anything living situation.
Yeah, I was just kind of in between living, bouncing around.
Yeah.
Because, I came back from my trip and I just, like, really didn't have anywhere to stay. I didn't want to move back to Fergus because I knew it was far away from our clients and, like, what we were trying to do. And trying to just get a little bit of money saved and then I could rent something. And that's kind of where we're at now. And just having a space that I can come to every day that's, like, still reasonable for the business to do.
Yeah.
Has been super, super awesome. Because it's, like, I'm also feeling... like, I just get a lot more stuff done when I'm physically here because I have just the priority list is just there. And then when I'm at home, it's like, oh, I can make something to eat.
I know, you can just
go
go
for
chill,
a nap,
whatever.
I can go to the gym.
I know what you mean.
But it's like, this is like, I think I talked this about on I think the series that Kem's working on right now actually is like treating your job. Maybe I talked about this on the last podcast, but treating your business like, you don't have to treat it in the hours of 9 to 5 or 7 to 3, whatever you want to do, but treat it in the same capacity. Show up for it every day like you would a job. Why do you show up for a job every day that is not you're just an employee?
Cog in the wheel.
Why don't you show up for your business the same way?
Yeah.
So when I started to apply that same kind of mindset, I forget where I heard that I heard it from somebody. It wasn't myself, but I remember was like, fuck, that's so true.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, why don't we show up for ourselves? You know, fitness, food, relationships, business, life, like all of those aspects, you know, like, and you want to think to yourself, like, am I doing the thing?
Where's your priorities?
Where's your priorities?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and like the drive in here always seems bad, and then it's not that bad in the grand scheme, because back when I was working at my old job, there was a guy in the tech department who would come in from Niagara Falls every morning. That was 2.5 hour drive every morning and on the way back. So
Yeah.
he'd leave at like
and I used to
6.
I used to drive 45 minutes there and back to a hotel in Guelph.
Yeah, like
for
it's
forever.
Yeah, it
for like a
sucks.
year and a half, and fucking
This is more fun though, so
Yeah.
I'm starting to just come in.
and that's what I kind of mean. Is just like I was showing up, no questions asked, always 30 minutes early.
Yeah.
Always 30 minutes early, and just like now I'm like, that's where I'm like, Matt, you just gotta fucking be here every day, you idiot.
Yeah. It's same.
Yeah.
Trying.
And then but I understand the editing piece as well, like being in your own space, because I'm on fucking 100 calls every other. You know what I mean? I'm just like constantly on the phone, and it's not the most conducive environment for really focused editing.
At home too. Yeah, no, it's also like back at my old job, like that's what I kind of wanted, was like a hybrid schedule.
Yeah.
Because at home I have a very cozy office. I love my office, and
Yeah,
my
it's got a great office
computer's
space.
a lot faster there, but it's fine. I make do. But yeah, I'm also like, I still get stuff done here, and also, you know, having the guys, I haven't had to touch editing as much.
Yeah.
Which like then I'm not even at home. I'm just like doing the shit I do here. So why not do it here?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
100%. And also like the stuff, I feel like the stuff that we get done when we're here together is
Very productive.
a lot more of that pushing the needle forward in the business, which is important. Like doing shit like this, making content, putting ourselves out there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
now we can sit here for an hour and a half and make like 20,000 clips for
Literally.
Instagram.
Yeah. And we can do that for you too.
Yeah.
Just
let us know.
Just call Matt. Just call Matt. Watch that video. Just call Matt.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, I think I'm pretty happy with what we've been able to do. Obviously, like there's goals in the business financially for us to, you know, get to certain places. But I think that's just us. It's gonna be a working moment for forever, right? Like we're just something to focus on, and it's also important to just like focus on what we've been able to accomplish in the little time that we've been really putting our energy into it.
Grand scheme, very little time.
Yeah, for sure. Like, yeah, if you're looking at, you know, working for the next 30 years, for example, like that's kind of what keeps me excited. It's like, what is the business going to look like when we're 35?
Also, every year, if it's changing this rapidly, what is it going to look like in 10 years?
Yeah, or even like 3
years.
By the time I'm like
next year. What's going to look like next year?
I know. I'm excited for next. I have plans for next year.
What are your plans? Give me one of them. 2 of them.
If we are able to keep what we currently have on retainer, that would be my number 1 goal. Number 2 is get a couple of other retainers and have that salesperson hired and have that other person hired.
Yes, the other person.
Are
we talking about that, or is that going to be like a secret?
Well, we can just see how it pans out.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, we're trying to hire 2 pretty big roles.
Yeah, key roles for sure.
Key roles in the business. And if those go the way that I would like them to go, then that would drastically change the business as well. Both stress and good.
Yep.
Like we're going to have a lot more people to pay and be accountable for.
Yeah, the expenses are like, right? like,
but revenue should also go. Wah.
Yeah. Hopefully that's what would happen.
That's the
we're
goal.
Gonna make sure it does.
Yeah. But yeah, there's always a coin on each side, right? It's like the fucking, like we'll have more people who we're, you know, feeding them.
Yep.
And then that just means we just got to keep going.
It's just another risk. It's just another gamble, which is what business is. It's just a giant casino.
Yeah, buddy.
Shout out Dan.
Dan Joubert.
Dan Joubert, baby. No, it's honestly, at the end of the day, like we're very not adverse. What's
oriented.
Risk oriented. Yeah, and we share the same.
Let's talk
level.
more about that and talk about how you know, we're doing some things in our business that maybe other business owners wouldn't have done.
Sure.
But I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like,
the office is one of them.
yeah.
We already touched on that. Like, we knew that was going to be a risk, and it's obviously worked out for the best.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah, I think it's important for business owners or somebody considering starting a business to ask themselves, where do you lie when it comes to risk? Because if you or me at any point were super anti everything, no, we can't afford an office. Why the fuck would we get an office?
Yeah.
No, we can't do this. Why the fuck would we? Like, we don't know what potentially we're limiting on the other side of that.
Yep.
Right? Like, we wouldn't have been able to get some of the projects we've gotten because of our office.
That's true.
Right? And, you know, being open, and that's what I think we've done a great job in. Being open to both opportunities.
Yep.
The fucking failure that it could be, or it working out.
Yeah.
And I feel like me and you are both like, it'll work out.
Yes. Yes.
Which then makes it work out.
It does. Yeah, because we make it work out. And also, like, the failure is really not that bad. The opposite side is just we go back to what we were doing before.
We sell everything, we start over.
Yeah, literally. So not that big a deal. Not the end of the world.
Yeah. No, I think it's great, man. I think I'm pretty happy with what we're doing. That's why I want to start stuff like this, because I want to show more of the behind the scenes of who we are as people, what we're trying to do and accomplish in the business. Like, we're not just two fucking video guys who have cameras and just trying to like, oh, there's so much money in video, let's go into video. Like, we literally were doing this before we ever got paid ever.
Yeah, yeah.
And then we're like, oh, you can actually get paid for this? Question mark.
And how do you do it better? Like, how do you actually make a client happy doing it?
How do we like?
It's not just showing up with a camera and shooting. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
It's not in the product itself.
Yeah, exactly. That's a huge moment. Like, it's good you touch on that, because that was a moment that I learned through Connor as well. It's like, when they're paying you $10,000 for a project, the expectation is that the work will be good.
Yes.
The other expectation,
that's the baseline.
That's the baseline.
The work has to be good, no matter what.
You're not gonna fucking overexpose the shot. You're not gonna fuck the audio up. Like,
even then, people still get paid for interesting.
It's a whole nother conversation.
but yeah.
But then the other part of that paycheck is all of the pre-production, all the planning, all of the relationship, all of the other planning that you're going to do. If this person, are we going to meet a deadline? Are we going to do this? Is this campaign going to launch this date? Like, those are all the things that are really important to think about, because that's all the other stuff that will actually keep that client around.
Yep. Yeah. Lifetime value again.
Yeah, exactly. Coming back to that LTV.
Yes, sir. So. And yeah, like, it's so easy now to shoot a good video.
Yeah.
We use cameras from old, like 2016, and they still work just fine.
How old is your Red?
2016.
Yeah.
It shoots beautifully.
Yeah.
And, like, you can shoot anything really well. And, like, anybody can pick up a Sony A7S III or whatever, put a 24-70 on it, and it looks unreal.
Yeah.
But are your client skills there?
Yeah, and do you actually know how to, number one, speak to them? Number two, do you understand what the fuck they actually need at a core?
Yeah.
Not just being like, oh, they need a sick video for their website. Like,
why do they need that?
Why are we even here?
If they're like, oh, we need a video for our website, what is that video gonna do?
Yeah.
Where is it gonna live? Who's it gonna target? Like,
yeah.
What's the purpose?
Yeah, exactly.
And how do you make it work?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad we're both very much, we've always stayed very, very aligned.
Yeah.
You know, and
stomach.
That was your stomach.
Yes, it was.
Whoa. Let's get some sakis.
Hungry. Yes. I brought lunch. Uh-oh.
Shout out to sakis.
Yeah, sakis down the road. Our
holy shit.
Fucking bread and butter.
If you like Greek food and you're in Burlington, sakis.
Just send this clip to them.
Yeah.
Because they have never missed a meal. Like, every time we have it, it's just an experience.
Yeah,
I don't know what
the Saki's bill is.
Hero pita.
Hero pita,
baby. Saki's bill for the year is like $10,000 at least.
Our accountant's gonna be like, "What the fuck is Saki's?"
Money laundering. Nah, we're just hungry, bro.
Yeah, we're just hungry.
Just two hungry boys.
What else would you say to a business owner right now? Somebody early or somebody junior.
Somebody early or
stuck,
junior,
maybe.
Find people in your industry that are doing it better, and make sure you learn from them and take as much free value as possible.
That's an awesome thing to say. Yeah. That's
Like,
great.
well, I hopped in a mentorship and it costed money, but I'm sure there was ways I could have just met the people doing it and got some tips. Or usually nowadays what they do is like try to sell you a course through free social media content. So just absorb all their social content, or even just hop on a quick meeting with them.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be afraid
Yeah.
to chat.
Yeah. And don't also like think that you can't do it.
Yeah, 100%.
Like,
if they did it, you can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, your life can be what you want it to be.
Mhm.
100%. I talk to Maddie about this all the time. Is, you know, like, she felt very guilty for leaving a job
Mm-hmm.
that wasn't what on paper was a good job, but the environment, the atmosphere wasn't a good job, and it was really soul crushing. And I would always tell her is, allow your life to be the way that you want it to
Yes.
be. Like, let good things, and that's like, it's hard for, it sounds silly, but it's like, it can be very challenging for people to actually like let themselves want good
Mhm.
things from their life, because as humans, we're trained to look at the negative environments. We're trained to survive, right?
Mhm.
And like, you don't have to fucking survive.
No, you don't.
You don't have to just survive.
Because at the end of the day, we all die, first of
Yeah.
all, and
Yeah.
it's you that chooses what you want in that lifetime
Yeah.
for yourself. It's don't live for other people.
Yeah.
Right? Like if you want to have a cafe in Costa Rica and you want to do that, just do it.
Just do
Because
it.
you're gonna make it work,
Yeah.
no matter what.
Exactly. If you make it your everything, you put everything into it, like, you're going to be relentless. Like Jay was talking.
Yeah.
He's like, I had no other choice. I had a kid
Yeah.
on the way.
Yeah,
I had another kid.
you made it work.
I
Yeah.
had no fucking choice.
Yeah.
And sometimes that's what people need. They need those moments in their lives where, holy shit, I have a child on the way, or holy shit, I have a new mortgage payment,
Kickstart.
and they need that kick in the ass. But
But also he was saying like he could have taken the stable route,
Mhm.
but he would not have been happy long term,
Mhm.
for sure. And
Yep.
even his wife was like, "You just got to do this, or you're gonna regret it later."
yeah, exactly.
And
Pick a
yeah,
good partner.
the longer you take to make that decision, you'll think later like, "Oh man, I should have done it sooner." With
Yeah.
anything, it doesn't
Yep.
matter. Just make it happen, Captain.
Yeah, and it's like,
You're the captain of the ship.
yeah, how much money are you losing by not making that decision?
Yeah, there's that.
What are you not letting yourself do by not making that decision?
I mean, I worked on this idea for Deadline probably 6 months before I left that company, and it was like simple shit. It was just like, oh, what are we gonna name the company, or like,
Yeah.
what's it even gonna look like? Just that kind of stuff, getting the baseline before you make the big decision. You don't have to make it right away.
Yeah, it does.
Fit it into your life and see how it'll work.
Yeah, and it doesn't need to be like, this is another amazing topic of conversation, is like, paralysis by analysis. Is like,
Mhm.
I spent, like I said during this interview, is I spent a lot of time romanticizing the idea of actually doing it full time,
Mhm.
which created no action.
Yeah, nothing happened.
There is so much more value, and Gary Vee talked about this. I talked about this on the last thing. You don't need to make perfect progress. You just need to make progress.
Yeah.
You need to just keep moving the fucking needle forward. Get money in the business
Yep.
first. Then figure out what next. Then hire. Like, we were like, should we take a course on how to hire? No, fucking hire. Just
No,
hire.
just do it.
Just hire.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what I said. That's why I say to everybody, should I hire?
It's also way easier than you think.
Yes.
Like people also just want to work for you.
Yeah.
Especially, I mean, you're going to pay them obviously, or not. Like some people will actually just do it for opportunity, but
Yeah, or internship, whatever.
people
it
are
may be.
excited,
Like,
man. Like
yeah.
people just, job market sucks right now, first of all. And if you give them an opportunity, they'll make it happen.
Exactly. Yeah, I've never had a problem finding somebody to hire.
No.
Like, that's been the easiest.
And
thing.
if it doesn't work out, just move on. Like it's not
Yeah.
that big a deal.
Yeah.
Like shit happens. People are complicated.
Yeah.
Everyone's different.
Yeah.
But you will find the right person, and you'd be surprised what's out there. Just take
Yep.
your time.
Also, like, I've been very surprised, pleasantly surprised by what has happened to our business because we've hired. Like, meaning how much more time we've been able to get back, how
Yep.
much more clear on the vision we've been able to get, what the quality has increased, you know,
Yes.
like,
yeah, it's given us time to actually refine things.
yeah,
for
because
sure.
for example, like if me and you were shooting every single project, we're only going to be as good as me and you in that moment.
Yep.
But like we bring a third party in who also understands video, also wants to push it, like Liam. That's when we can actually push the project along and getting another eyes even on a frame is super important,
Yep.
you know, like, but
not having the stress of just you there.
yeah,
You know,
yeah,
working
exactly.
the camera,
Having the actual
interviewing the person,
yeah,
running audio, lighting.
yeah,
My favorite thing to do, everything all at once.
all at once, all at the same time.
No.
And you're behind schedule.
Oh God, you're your own film crew at that time.
But no, that's the thing. Is like it's been really great because that has allowed us to focus on, you know, one aspect. You know, okay, now I'm just doing the interviews. I'm making sure that I'm getting a really great answer. You know, Liam and Troy are making sure that the frame is super dialed, lighting styled, audio styled, and then I'm making sure that we actually get the story that needs to be there.
The story is most important.
Yeah,
all
and
that
it's
other
like,
stuff is just good. It's expected.
Yeah,
It just is.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think making decisions in the business, moving the business forward, actually giving a fuck about what you're trying to accomplish, and looking at yourself and being like, why this specific thing? Why do I want to start a business specifically about this thing is a huge question you should ask yourself. Like, another guest coming on the podcast too, Anthony Lamb.
Nice. Yeah.
Lamb
My
Labs.
man. Anthony.
We really love working with him because he started fucking personal training in his garage, dude. Like, he just was trying to figure it out because he cares.
He does.
And now that's brought him what he has now.
Yeah, and it's a beautiful location.
Yeah.
Unreal.
Yeah, it's a crazy
many
facility.
plans.
Yeah. But that's the root of it, and that's why I say, like, think about really hard of like, what are you truly passionate about? What would you spend your time doing if money didn't matter? And do that.
Yep. And do it to the scale you can handle. But also, like, I just want to touch on AI a little bit. Like, if you don't have a business partner going into this, use AI as your business partner.
Yeah.
Like, you know how much shit I work through with just ChatGPT?
Yeah.
Not that it's like just technical stuff. Say it's like editing or whatever.
No, it's your better business partner.
Yeah, it's my better. No. But I could see it, like, you know, if you're generating ideas or trying to bounce back and forth, you can literally tell it to be like, hey, can you act as my business partner for a second? And it'll do it.
And it will write you a fucking business plan. Like,
and then it'll ask you important questions about, like, to you, like questions that you'd ask me.
Yeah.
And then it's very personal that way, but utilize it. We didn't have it when we were kind of starting the business, and fuck, I would have liked to have it for sure. Yeah. But also it's a two-sided knife or whatever they call it.
Yeah.
Double-edged sword.
Yeah. Well, sweet guys, thank you so much for listening. Yeah,
thank you.
Unless there's anything else.
No, I think that was a good episode for sure.
Yeah, sweet. Me as well.
Hour
3 minutes.
Not bad. Yeah, we'll do more of these.
Yeah, thank you so much for listening, guys. There are plenty of episodes coming, and if there's any specific topics or people you would like us to interview, please send me an email.
I don't know what that was.
Please send me an email, and we can. We're definitely open to it, and we want to keep the podcast loose. Just tell good stories and talk about business, talk about what's going on behind the scenes. You know, trials, tribulations, wins, and all that stuff.
And better chairs.
Keeping it fun. Yeah.
Soon.
Yeah, these chairs
suck.
My ass hurts so bad.
You've been sitting here for 2 hours too.
Yeah.
It's brutal.
I know. All right. We'll see you on the next one, guys. Thanks for watching.